Yo, what's up guys? So in today's Venga video, we are going to be doing a technical, reasonable experiment. So the only things you need is a helium balloon, and I'm using this Baby Shark one, and some decorations, I just wanna feel your love. Okay, now that you heard that intro, Venga, and yeah, hope you enjoyed it, but anyway, let's just get started. So basically, what this does is, it does that, but it goes up and comes down like a parachute. And let me just show it in 150 feet. Just give me a second. So guys, that's about 150 feet above. Let's get started. So I'm going to be putting this balloon, and yeah, it's going to like really go like about. So sorry I had to skip the video, but anyway, let's get started. So now that I'm in my room, let's start with this green screen which I just put a few days ago. It's Venga Boys, and yeah, this is how it looks. Pretty artificial, but anyway, let's get started. So how to make this thing? It'll be right here, but anyway, how to make this thing? So, you see this thing here? So you need to buy 3 of these. Everything will be in the link in the description, so you can buy this. But anyway, string, any string you want. Helium balloon, you need a helium tank, or you can just pick up one of these helium balloons in Dollar Tree. Also, pick up a big one. If you pick up, it's okay if you pick up a small one, but pick up a big one. It'll be better. So if you use only one balloon, I recommend only using 2 of these, like a average balloon. Use only 2 or 1. It depends. I recommend never using 1, but you never know. Maybe it's better. But just make sure it doesn't go up. It should go up when you push it, but it should also come down. You know what I mean? Yeah, and also the cool thing is, so you see that in the bottom? You see that? So it goes up, and then when it hits down, it just comes back up. So that's a cool thing, because helium, a little bit of science, a little bit of chemistry science, and yeah, engineering work. Yeah. So if helium goes down, the pressure of the light, since helium is lighter than air and oxygen and everything else, when it goes down, it'll go up really fastly, and it'll make a really big like thing, and it goes up, and then when it comes down, it'll go up again. But then it won't do it again, because the exposure, which is this for example, it's touching, and if the helium wasn't tied to it, then this exposure thingy wouldn't be really like giving an effect. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean. So like wouldn't be making it go down, it'll just keep going up. So basically the first part of it, so it'll be easier to understand for those kiddos here. But anyway, the helium part does the first part. The exposure part does the second part. The string is kind of like the battery. So the battery charges, and the charger is this, helium. And then you need something to connect it to. So you connect it to this, and then what happens at the end is this. So basically those are the 3 parts. So basically it just goes down, comes up, and then since this thing goes up when it touches the ground, it goes a little down and goes up, then goes down and goes up a little, and then it stops. So also when you look, it'll be floating a little. It depends on how much you put, but for mine it floats. Of course, it's a very cool project, and I recommend you doing it. But basically the science behind why helium is lighter than oxygen, yeah. So that science is, so the big thing about helium is that it just goes up, and at one point it pops, but if you protect that helium, it does not. So basically, like you know what I mean? So this shows, so the helium at the beginning, it goes up. And the exposure is like this. But when it touches the top, the exposure takes a stop and it does this. So when the exposure is like that, the thing comes down. It starts coming down. Even if this becomes that again. So when it comes down, it'll become this. And then when it hits the floor, it'll become back to the normal, this one. And it'll come back up because it's that. It won't keep repeat, but it'll come back a little up. Then it'll stop because it gave a little open in helium. So the helium only gave a little bit of its power. And that's all for the video. If you want more science and engineering